welcome for the Photocall for the film The Sea of Trees, directed by Gus Van Sant. You can see Gus Van Sant behind Thierry Frémaux. He's come along with Matthew McConaughey. And that's the first time they've worked together. And also Australian actress Naomi Watts is here. She too stars in the film directed by Gus Van Sant. Naomi Watts, Matthew McConaughey. They play a couple in the film, a couple that is falling apart before our eyes as we watch the film. Gus Van Sant is painting a unique tableau with this film, all about a forest which is called the Sea of Trees. It's a forest in Japan. It's the forest which is called Aokigahara. Which means the Sea of Trees. It's a forest which unfurls at the foot of Mount Fuji, where people from Japan and all over the world come to this forest to commit suicide. And the film tells a story of scenes which occur in the forest. The forest inspired Gus Van Sant for the film. Gus Van Sant won a Palme d'Or for Elephant, won the 60th anniversary prize for Paranoid Park, was back also in 2005 with Last Days. It was back in '86 was the first time he came with Bad Night. 2011 he was here with the film Restless in the Un Certain Regard section.
Les films de la première période de Gus Van Sant sont des films comme
Gus Van Sant's earliest films include Drugstore Cowboy, My Own Private Idaho, To Die For, and then he started to work with Nicole Kidman. He did Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. He did a remake of Psycho in '98. A remake of a Hitchcock movie. He also did Finding Forrester in 2000, and then in 2002 the film Jerry, which echoes slightly the themes of this latest film. Then in 2003 Elephant, all about mass killing in a school in America. Last Days followed in 2005, about the last days of Kurt Cobain, the singer from the group Nirvana. And now you see Naomi Watts on your screen. Of course, we all remember her in Mulholland Drive by David Lynch, a film which was brought to Cannes, which really started her career. David Lynch got the Best Director's Prize for that film. Then he came back with the assassination of Richard Nixon, which was in Un Certain Regard. Fair Game, Doug Liman in competition. She's also been here to Cannes with Woody Allen, and Woody, as you know, is in Cannes presenting a film which is not in competition. Naomi was here for You Will Meet a Tall, Dark Stranger. And she also features in the documentary about Woody Allen. Today, she's with Gus Van Sant, representing the film The Sea of Trees. Here we have Matthew McConaughey, a regular here in Cannes. He was here in 2013, for example, with Mud, directed by Jeff Nichols. A wonderful film which took place on the banks of the river Mississippi. He was at one with nature in that film too. And then Paperboy by Lee Daniels, that was in 2012 in competition. Since then, of course, he played the fabulous role in The Wolf of Wall Street, Martin Scorsese's film. Of course, a smallish role, but it marked everybody. And then, of course, The Dallas Buyers Club by Jean-Marc Vallée, the Canadian. And Matthew McConaughey got an Oscar for that role there. A story all about finding alternative treatment for AIDS. A wonderful role in that film. A wonderful film, Dallas Buyers Club by Jean-Marc Vallée. Matthew McConaughey also starred in Interstellar, and he's also on the telly in True Detective. You can see him there as well on your smaller screen. But today we're here to talk about his latest film project, The Sea of Trees, directed by Gus Van Sant. He's regularly seen in rom-coms and adventure stories, so this is a completely different feel for him.
Et dans des films d'action comme Le règne du feu. Ah, et là, c'est donc...
And now we have Gus Van Sant, the filmmaker, getting his own back on the photographers.
C'est un peu l'arroseur arrosé, le remake que nous fait la Gus Van Sant.
So here he is, taking photos of the photographers. Is the photographers being photographed? I'm sure Thierry Frémaux will enjoy that. A fan of the Lumière brothers, of course, and that's a little reminder that Gus Van Sant is giving us here. The Lumière brothers invited the movie camera in Lyon. We're celebrating the anniversary of that creation this year, 120 years. So to go back over Gus Van Sant's films, Drugstore Cowboy, My Own Private Idaho, with River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves. With always death hovering in the background in his films. He's always addressing the subjects of death and mourning. And here we have the couple from the film back in front of the photographers, Matthew McConaughey, Naomi Watts. A couple which still is in love, but is tearing each other apart. And we see their story through flashbacks in the film. Matthew McConaughey has two partners in the film. There's Naomi Watts, whom you see, and also Ken Watanabe, the Japanese actor. A round of applause from the photographers.
Matthew McConaughey and Naomi Watts.
Matthew McConaughey, Naomi Watts, and Gus Van Sant. They will be coming for their interview any minute now. The stars are with us in Cannes today. And we will be welcoming them into the studio in a couple of minutes for an interview about their film. Don't miss it.
This is it. The trail. Well? It's the trail.
You see?
Yes, yes.